Mark, we came out to this event today to watch you and the car that you built perform, and it's my understanding I think you won.
I don't know. We'll find out here in about a couple hours, or maybe about 15 minutes here.
So you took a 69 Camaro and you modify drastically, and you make them outperform everything on the field frequently. What do you do to this car?
Well, we just buy a rust-free shell out of California, strip it all down. On this car, I put all Detroit Speed chassis underneath of it, and then we put a Brian Thompson-built 427 supercharged small block in it, and Brembo brakes, and kind of went out and integrated the whole thing together, and here we are.
Here we are. It sounds so simple, but really you have an engineering background, so I imagine nothing is simple with you. Can you give me some more detail on what you decided to do to this car to make it perform so well on this type of road course and autocross?
Well, I've been doing a lot of these cars for over the years. My first one was built back in '93, and then every time I do one of these, I learn something and I go a little bit farther forward, and it's just a process of iteration of just kind of gradually making the next variant a little bit better. So when you start these things out, I always tell people when you start a project, have a vision what you want the car to do when you start off, and that helps make all your decisions. And I mean, from when I started on this project, I wanted to come to this race and I wanted to do well. And that meant I had to do road race, autocross, and the speed stop challenge, and it had to look pretty to win the style portion of it.
Now, do you think, with your engineering background, that a 69 Camaro was the right car to start with?
It's got the right wheelbase, it's about the right size, they're aesthetically pleasing, and I like them, they got the right mark on them. They're a Chevrolet product, so that's where I work, so it works out pretty well.
Did you modify the body of the car at all?
No, I mean, what I like to do with the car, if you keep the stock body lines, 10 years from now, it still, as a 69 Camaro, still looks classic. We tuned up the door gaps, we fit up all the panels, the classic hot rod stuff, but it'll still look pretty recognizable as a Camaro.
And is this car build pretty new, or have you been working on it for a little while?
I finished it in June, and we've just been kind of iterating through the summer, working out bugs, trying to get it ready for this.
And do you think you did okay, or, working out the bugs, or there's still more to do?
There's some stuff work to do over this. Engineer's never done.
Right.
There's some integration work I still want to do on it. I got some little glitches in it, and I'll come back next year and hopefully be faster.
And with the tuning and stuff like that, what type of things are you tuning? Are you tuning them when you do the speed stop, you tune something, and then you go to the autocross and you tune something? Or did you just come here and not really mess with anything?
I pre-ran every event. I practiced autocross, I practiced speed stop challenge, I practiced road course, and I actually went out and played with tire pressures and spring rates and shock valving settings, and that kind of to come up with the package I got here.
Okay. Did you change anything before actually the run that you made to qualify?
Between each event, I changed the shock valving.
Okay. A lot or just a little?
A lot.
So Mark, we know that you do a lot of Camaros, and you just mentioned how you progress from each build. Is there anything you did on the first car you knew for sure that really worked and you were never going to change it, and you've carried it through all the cars?
I was trying to think of that the other day. Somebody asked me, on the first car, the funny little thing, I put this rearview mirror that has lights in it, maps lights, and I've used that same rearview mirror in every car I've done.
That's not very engineering, Mark.
No, but as far as the other stuff, it's just trying to get big tires underneath it, trying to get the power down, constantly kind of trying to find that balance of building something that's tractable and streetable and kind of, but each car has you just build and learn. And when you start these projects, it's kind of like a chess match. You got to kind of know each step as you go through, so you'll have the final product work out.
Okay, tell me about your wheels, tires, and brakes.
I'm running on this car. I'm running a Goodyear, the new Generation 2 supercar tires, and they're on Forge Line wheels, 1912s, 1910s on the front. Then I've got Brembo brakes that are Corvette Z06 fitment.
Okay. And is there any modifications to the interior car? I imagine a whole lot of computer stuff.
There's like some, actually all the ECMs and all the controllers are in the engine compartment because I wanted to make them easy to get to, so if I need to service them, I could take them in and out. The interior is pretty Spartan, it's pretty stock, except for the vintage era. It's got some creature comforts with that. I put a set of nice Recaro seats in it, so we got good lateral support and I can drive it back and forth to work. And that's about
Driving it back and forth to work, and you just did the autocross on a road course with this thing?
Oh yeah, I drove it to work about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Wow, that's a well-rounded build, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's fun.